Holy shit, you smell good.
Thank you.
No, like you really smell good.
Thanks. Ladies, I'm telling you, the tougher you're it smells so good, I literally leave it in my car.
Now, if you want to be that girl that walks into the room smelling like a rich queen, but you don't want to spend that rich queen money, wear these. Eclair by Lattafa, Asango by Lattafa, Rosa 1 by Swiss Arabian, Ajwad Pink to Pink by Lattafa.
Luxury isn't always about the price tag, because some of the most complimented fragrances people wear cost a fraction of what you'd expect, yet they still leave a lasting impression wherever they go. The truth is, smelling luxurious often comes down to choosing fragrances with the right scent profile, performance, and layering combinations rather than simply buying the most expensive bottle on the shelf. So today we are looking at affordable fragrances, complement-getting combinations, and budget-friendly scents that many fragrance lovers believe smell far more expensive than their actual price. So why wait? Let's jump into the video.
Yesterday, I went to get a wax and the employees could not stop raving about how good I smelled. I was wearing a combination that I have mentioned on my TikTok before, and one of the girls, I believe it was Alyssa, because there was two of them, Alyssa and Danny. I think it was Alyssa who picked up on the fact that it had some sort of resemblance to Baccarat Rouge or Cloud by Ariana Grande. What she was smelling was Untold by Club de Nuit. It is a very underrated and gorgeous Baccarat dupe. And it is an Arab perfume, so it lasts an extremely long time, has amazing projection, longevity, sillage, you name it, she has it. I do think that this is more comparable to Instant Crush by Mancera. I think that it has like much more personality, a little more of a fall-esque quality to it, almost like a little cinnamony, but it is astounding. It is gorgeous, and like I said, the performance is out of this world.
I said, damn, bitch.
And then on top of that, I layered Yara by Lattafa, which is like a powdery, creamy, lactonic, strawberry milk type of fragrance. And it just adds the perfect level of playfulness when you layer it with the Untold. I am absolutely obsessed with this combination. Just like Untold, Yara is also an Arab fragrance, so it is affordable. It is a great performer. And this same day before going to my wax, I also got a compliment at work from the lovely Natalie. And she was like, you smell so good. She's like, you probably hear that all the time, don't you?
Can I get a wow? Whoa! Can I get another wow? Whoa! Give me another one. Whoa!
But when I did a little video about my current favorite layering combinations, this one was definitely in the running, and certainly for good reason.
Alright, so one thing about this combination is that it balances two completely different fragrance personalities. The deeper fragrance brings richness and presence, while the sweeter fragrance softens everything and makes it more playful. That's actually one reason fragrance layering has become so popular, because sometimes one perfume gives you depth, while another adds sweetness, freshness, or warmth. Another interesting takeaway is that both fragrances mentioned are affordable options. A lot of people assume compliments only come from luxury brands. No, because many fragrance lovers would argue that performance and scent profile often matter more than the logo on the bottle. And let's be honest, most people giving compliments don't know whether a fragrance costs $30 or $300. They only know whether it smells amazing.
Okay, but what did they say? Because it's never just you smell good when I get complimented on my perfume. Let me put you on my top 5 most complimented perfumes and my favorite compliments I got while wearing them. Because you need the whole story. Like last winter, I went to an influencer event and I had to check in my coat. And when the event was done, at the end of the night, there were 3 girls behind the counter at coat check. And when I gave them my ticket for my coat, one of the girls were like, oh my gosh, you're the coat girl. I said, who? The coat girl, what you talking about? Very confused. Come to find out, she ends up telling me that she stayed 45 minutes after her shift was done because she refused to go home until she figured out who owned that coat because the coat smelled so damn good. She said she put her nose to my coat to figure out which coat smelled like that, and it was mine. You want to know what I was wearing? Mirage Gourmand by Les Noble Essence. Or how about that that time I went to a bakery and the baker behind the counter, she came up to me and said, listen, as soon as you walked into the store, I could smell you over the cookies that I'm baking right now. Do you know how serious that is? That was one of my proudest moments as a perfume connoisseur. Over the cookies? She took out her phone, gave me her notes app, and told me to write it down. You wanna know what I was wearing? Egyptian Sugar Soiree by Sphinx Fragrances. I always get compliments when I wear this, every single time. Or what about that time I was at Sephora and a man approached me. I said, married with child. How can I help you? But then I found out he was actually shopping for his fiance's birthday. So I was like, okay. He said, whatever you're wearing, I'm buying it for my fiance. I said, we already in Sephora. I used to work at Sephora. Let me put on my customer service voice. I'd be so happy to help you. Let's go over to the fragrances. So I layered Young Bougie Marshmallow by Kayali with Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar by Kayali. He said, do I have to get them both? I said, yes, if you want her to smell like me. This is what I'm wearing. You need them both. And you know what he did? He got them both. So baby, whoever you are, fiance, you are so welcome. The men love this combo. I don't know what it is about it, but they love it. And then I was at Victoria's Secret shopping for some panties. That's none of your business though.
No.
I saw this girl walk by me, gorgeous face. And as she passed me, she tapped me on my shoulder. So I turned around like, yeah, looked at me in my eyes and said, she was here. I said, who was here? Because my husband's supposed to be at home. Who was here? What was she doing? What are you talking about? Very confused. But I'm like, she was who? What are you talking? Who was here? She's like, no, you are wearing She Was Here by Forever Mood. And to be honest, I didn't remember what I was wearing. But then I went back into my memory archive and I was like, I think so. I think I am wearing She Was Here. It was one of those days where I wasn't being intentional with my fragrance at all. I just picked up something that I knew smelled good and it was her. She was here. Immediately, I was like, what's your Instagram? The fact that you smelt it on me and you knew exactly what it was? You are my people. And She Was Here is the reason I made a new friend. Love that for me. There are so many stories behind me in these bottles of perfumes you guys don't even know. I could close my eyes, pick a fragrance, and tell you what somebody said to me when I was wearing it. Because it's never just you smell good. It's always an entire interaction.
Okay, so what I love about these stories is that they highlight something many fragrance lovers already know. People rarely remember the perfume name first. Because think about it. A baker stopping what she's doing. Someone staying after work because a scent caught their attention. A stranger wanting to buy the exact fragrance combination for someone they care about. Those moments, just be real, those moments happen because fragrance creates memories. Another thing worth mentioning is that most of these stories involve fragrance that have a clear personality. They are not trying to smell like everything at once. They have a specific mood, whether it's sweet, cozy, warm, playful, or luxurious. Okay, so that's why finding a fragrance you genuinely enjoy often works better than chasing every trend you see online. And the fragrances people remember tend to be the ones worn with confidence and consistency. By the way, if you're enjoying today's fragrance tips, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future beauty and fragrance content. Let's continue.
These perfumes smell like they cost over $300. They all smell very elegant, classy, rich, luxurious, niche level quality, but they're all under $50. They are some of the most elegant perfumes in my collection. So these are for when you really need to pop off. Like you really want to leave a beautiful, elegant, luxurious scent trail. Linked Forever by Afnan. To me, this smells like the color white. It opens with this really beautiful, crisp citrus and red berry. I'd say it's adjacent to Soleil Blanc by Tom Ford, but it's creamier, lighter, airier, and more elegant. And as it dries down, you get this mix of white florals and coconut, and it becomes really creamy. But
this, be nice. I'm finding it. It take you that long to find it? It does.
But it still remains airy, light, and crisp. Also, to me, there's a little bit of like a peachy undertone. This would make an absolutely gorgeous summer wedding fragrance. The longevity for this one, 6 to 8 hours on skin. Moderate projection for like 4 to 6 hours, and then it becomes a skin scent. Okay, another one by Afnan. This is Mystic Bouquet. Afnan just makes some really elegant scents. This one starts with this bright, sparkling white peach note that gives it this soft, velvety sweetness. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's very airy and light, but it has these layers of complexity to it. You get lychee in here, you get this watery freshness, you get this soft orange blossom as it starts to dry down. This is radiant, bright, clean. When I smell this, it reminds me of Hailey Bieber. That clean girl, elegant aesthetic, that is exactly what this smells like. This is like if Fleur Narcotique by Ex Nihilo and Valaya by Parfums de Marly had a baby. Longevity for this one, about 6 to 8 hours on skin. And then the projection is moderate for like 3 hours, and then it kind of settles closer to the skin. And then we have Jungle Vibe by Rayhan. And if you watch my content, you know I have been absolutely in love with this lately. This is the most beautiful, elegant fig milk and sandalwood fragrance. It opens bright and citrusy, and the fig note is very fruity. And then it gets creamier. You have those green notes, those watery notes, and the sandalwood just mixed in. This is one of the most luxurious smelling fragrances in my entire collection. It's fresh, bright, elegant, just absolutely stunning. Longevity for this goes crazy. On me, I get a good 10 hours on skin with really strong projection for a good 4 to 6 hours. Muda High-End by Arabiat. This is one of the most beautiful tea fragrances I've ever smelled. It opens with citrus and ginger. To be honest with you, this reminds me a lot of Symphony by Louis Vuitton. It's like if Symphony had a tea note. Like it has that same sparkle Symphony has to it. Bright, citrusy, super, super elegant. This smells like a very luxurious Italian resort. That's the best way I can describe it to you. Longevity for this one, a good 8 hours on skin with strong projection. The Faiz Shark by Kadlaj. This is a jammy, sweet apricot and pear and really creamy gardenia. It's like a very sweet apricot and gardenia lotion. It has this really intense creaminess to it and syrupy sweetness. And it has this gorgeous musky vanilla base. This is another one I think would make a really gorgeous wedding scent. Super smooth, very unique scent profile. I haven't smelled anything similar to this. The scent trail this leaves is insane. Really good longevity, like 10 to 12 hours on skin. Also beast mode projection. Okay, what is your all-time favorite elegant perfume? I need to know. And if you love smelling good, you're gonna want to hit the follow button. All right, I'll see you next time.
Okay, this is probably one of my favorite section because it challenges one of the biggest myths in the fragrance world. Expensive automatically means better. How true is that? Because some affordable fragrances have become incredibly popular because they deliver qualities people normally associate with luxury perfumes. Things like strong performance, long-lasting scent trails, rich ingredients, and memorable fragrance profiles. Another thing I find interesting is how many of these recommendations focus on a specific mood rather than price. Some are described as elegant and sophisticated. Others feel warm and cozy. Some are mysterious and attention-grabbing. That's actually how many people shop for fragrances today. Instead of asking, what's the most expensive perfume? They are asking, how do I feel when I wear it? And honestly, that's a much more useful question because a fragrance that makes you feel confident, comfortable, and put together will often leave a stronger impression than a luxury fragrance you don't enjoy wearing. The biggest lesson from today's video is that luxury is often more about the experience a fragrance creates than the amount of money spent on it. Anyway guys, at the end of the day, smelling luxurious isn't necessarily about spending the most money. It's about finding fragrances that match your style, perform well, and make you feel confident every time you wear them. So let us know which affordable fragrance caught your attention the most. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a fellow fragrance lover. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.